Chapter 7. All news is bad news. When I finally slow down, I'm a long way from the stacks, in a part of the herb I've never been before, where the streets are narrow and dark and the buildings are so high, the sky disappears, and it might as well be night, even in the daytime. A place like this, you stick to the shadows and try not to be seen, because if they don't know you, the locals will assume you're enemy, and most of the time they're right. A drum fire burns on each street corner, and I can see the enforcers warming their hands in the sooty orange flames. They're the block guardians, armed with cherry blades and probably splat guns too. They might know I'm almost down with the bangers, and they might not. They might cut my red, and they might not. The might part will kill you, so I edge my way along, trying to blend into the concrete. I'm thinking, you mope, never go where you're not known. It's my own fault, but I want to blame it on Ryder for telling me things I don't want to hear. This time I'm lucky. Nobody sees me. I creep away through the alleys, keeping to the darkest shadows, heart pounding so hard my ears hurt, barely breathing, moving as quiet as a whisper, thinking, please let me get away. If I get away this time, I'll never be stupid again. After what seems like forever, I finally get to a place where I know the streets and they know me. I made it this time. Back at the crypts, I'm ready to fall down on my foam and sleep, because being afraid makes you tired. But I never make it to the foam because someone is waiting inside my cube. As soon as I step through the door, a voice hisses, "Don't move." I can't see who it is because the power is out again, but the voice in the dark sounds as scared as me. "Who is it?" I ask. "Nobody," whispers a voice. "A runner." A runner. Runners can carry messages between the latches, crossing from one gang area to the next, and they're strictly forbidden. The gangs want to control everything, and that includes information, because it's so dangerous. Get caught and you're canceled. Latch runners are highly paid, and that's what bothers me. I don't know anyone who could afford to send me a message by runner, or anyone who'd want to, even if they could. "Shut the door," the voice urges me. I shut the door. The darkness is close and thick and makes me feel out of breath all over again. "Show me your face," I demand, trying to sound brave. "Never," says the voice. "Listen, and listen well. I'm not here, we never met, understood? All I am is a message." "What message?" The runner's voice changes slightly as he recites what he was sent to tell me. "I bring you news of home," he begins. Already my heart is sinking, because nobody knows better than me that all news is bad news, and this is the worst news there ever was. "Your sister lies close to death," the runner tells me. "She wishes to see you one last time. End of message." That's all. A moment later the door eases shut and I'm alone in my crib, in the dark. I find my old microflash and turn it on, but the light doesn't help. Nothing helps. The words are like a scream inside my head that won't stop echoing. Bean is dying and she wants to see me. That's two impossible things. Bean can't be dying, and I can't see her because my old family unit lives on the other side of the herb. That's why I was banished to Billy Bismo's latch, so there'd be some distance between us. Now if I want to get to Bean, and I do more than anything, I'll have to go through at least 3 warring latches that won't let a stranger pass. Unless... Billy Bismo, I say to myself, and the name gives me hope. Hope to see Bean, hope to save her somehow. Billy might grant me safe passage. He has the power. If he wants to make it happen, maybe he can even fix whatever it is that's wrong with Bean. I'm not thinking too clear. There's no room for anything inside my brain but what to do about Bean, or else I might have remembered another of Billy's rules, the rule that you never go to him. He has to come to you, because when I get to the bottom level of the crypts, where the bangers have their headquarters, the enforcers throw me down on the damp concrete. "Search him," I hear someone say, and the rough hands go over every inch of me, looking for weapons. He's clean. They flip me over, and so I'm looking up into their laser sights. "State your purpose, scum." "Billy," I gasp, closing my eyes so the lasers don't burn me. "Need to see Billy." "Billy don't need to see you." "It's the spaz boy," one of them says. "Must be having a fit to come down here without an invite. Crazy mope. Let's cut him." I figure they'll do it. They'll cut me for sure, but for some reason they hold off. Now they're mumbling to each other, but I can't make out the words. "Do it," someone says. "Go on and slam the little mope." Boots whomp into my ribs so hard the air goes out of me and won't come back in. "Move and you die." I'm making this can't breathe noise, and it makes them laugh and go, "Listen to the spaz boy, he's singing our song." But I'm not thinking of anything except finding a way to make my lungs work. Finally, the air whistles into me, and their steel-toed boots prod at me like I'm a bug that can't turn over, which is pretty close to the truth. Pick 'em up. They carry me into another room, a room where the light is dim and purple, and the air smells of incense and candles and something like medicine. Billy Bismo's private crib. I don't care how much it hurt. I'm in. They drop me on a rug at his feet and tell me not to move, not to say a word, because the boss man is busy. He's got things on his mind. When my eyes adjust to the dim purple light, I see what they're talking about. The thing on Billy's mind is a needle. He's probing. That's the medicine smell, the disinfectant for the electrode needle that slips into his brain. The boss man of the bangers sits in a big padded chair, like the throne of a mighty king in the back times. His eyes are open, but you can't tell he's not seeing the room, or the candles all around, or me. He's seeing whatever is happening inside his head, where the mind probe is playing, putting him right there like he's inside a moving hologram, only better. Better than real, better than anything. Not that I know from personal experience. Like I said at the beginning, a spaz like me can't probe. They say it's like entering another world, a world created for your pleasure and excitement, a world where all your dreams come true and every wish is granted, a world much, much better than the one we live in, that's for sure. If I could do it, I'd probe myself into a place where I still lived with my family unit, and we were all happy and healthy and loved one another forever and ever, like in Eden. But I can't probe, and I can't wait until Billy comes out of it either, because Bean needs me. So I do something incredibly stupid. I put my hand on Billy's ankle and try to shake him awake. At first, nothing happens, and then all at once he comes back to life. He grabs my hair with one hand and sticks a splat gun in my face. His terrible, dark voice goes, "Who disturbs me? Who dares make Billy unhappy?" I'm too scared to speak. I've seen what his gun can do, and how it got its name. "Speak," says Billy. "Speak to me, or the last sound you hear will be splat." "It's me," I say. "Spaz." "Impossible," Billy says, pressing the gun into my forehead as he slides back the trigger guard. "The Spaz boy is too frightened to show his face down here. You're an imposter." "My sister," I tell him. "My sister is sick. I have to see her." "You lie. The Spaz boy has no sister." "We're not blood, but she's still my sister." He's staring at me as if I'm not quite real, as if I'm something that came from the probe he was watching. But then his eyes sort of flicker, and I know he recognizes me. Slowly he takes the splat gun away from my forehead. "It is you," he says. "What happened to give you courage?" "Bean," I say. "I heard she was sick." He thinks about it, then shrugs. "Most unfortunate. But as you say, this girl is no blood of yours." "She asked for me," I tell him. "They live on the other side of the herb. I need your help. I need safe passage." I beg, I plead, but Billy Bismo sits like a stone, a cold stone with dead eyes. He could care less what I want, or if Bean lives or dies. There will be no safe passage, and I am forbidden to leave. "Hear me, Spaz boy," he says. "No one leaves my latch without my permission, and that includes you. Too bad for your little friend, but people die every day, every hour, every minute. So put it out of your mind. There's nothing you can do about it." "Billy, please." He places the splat gun under my nose. Billy says, "No," he whispers. "If you ask again, you die. Is that clear?" "Yes, Billy." "Good," he says. "Now what are the rules?" "Always believe Billy. Always obey Billy. Always speak true to Billy." "Most excellent," he says. Again. By his command, I repeat his rules: believe, obey, speak true, but inside my head, I'm already running away.